Reese Heinrich will start from 6. Anthony Bear in the 46 starts from 7. 25 on the board. Lodge into the start. Away we go. Car number 11 it was of Lee Gooding. Missed the start. One into the tyre. And will stay there as well. Also involved in that is Andy Maxwell. Devon as well. Jason DeGoldie sits about mid-pack. We're set to do it one more time. Lodge and McClure. Jennings and Ahern. Reese Heinrich on the outside of the third row in the green, number 1. Bear one further spot back. Jaden Edwards, the 87 car, stuck between Jennings and Bear. Let's run 3 wide, shall we, mid-pack. But as they sort themselves out, Lodge to lead the first lap. Jennings, Ahern. Front straight. Brad McClure, car number 24. Back to Edwards, Bear, Heinrich. McClure's up against the fence. 3 wide for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Heinrich wants to join in. That's the Australian champ. Sitting back position number 7. Make that 6 as he picks one more off. Pile up, turn 1. Demolition Derby almost. Just as we looked up, I think you'll find car number 39 is involved in this. That is the Mabbott entry, backing off the wall. Trying to find, I think it might be Jason Jewell in car number 18 that's been involved in this melee. Is that what you could call it? Also car number 86 going infield as well, which is Bailey Heinrich. So 7th and 8th of the Heinrich cars. Set to go green. 23 to run. Lodge to lead away from Jennings and Ahern. Back to Edwards. Bear. Heinrich on the inside of McClure. Makes him go back that spot. Reese Heinrich now on the move. Back to Bailey Heinrich in the 86. McClure hangs the tail. Probably cost him a little bit of ground. So Lodge. Here comes Morris Ahern on the inside of Jennings. Bear on the inside of Edwards. 21 to run. So Morris Ahern comes to second spot. Bear on the inside of Jennings. Just unsettles the car. Edwards and Heinrich. Back to McClure. Brad McClure was probably thinking, well, I was up there a while ago. I've got to get back in touch with our leaders. So Lodge back straight. Morris Ahern in the 4. Back to Bear. Jennings now back to 5th. Tries on the inside of Bear. Probably couldn't put a credit card between Jennings and that tyre. Ahern now under attack. 18 to run. Heinrich and Edwards. Position 5 and 6. McClure for 7th. Caution on the racetrack. Got car number 39. Parked in turn 4. Set for a start. Lodge and Ahern. Watch for that 46. Also the 21 as well. Set. We're away. 19 to run. This is where the money is won. Back straight. Jennings winds it up. Edwards on the inside of Heinrich. Gives him a tap just to let him know he's there. Back straight. Bear on the inside of Morris O'Hearn. Lodge is there. Bear is there. Makes a clear-cut second. So Morris O'Hearn goes back to third. Jennings got Heinrich now coming into this equation. 17 to run. Make that 16 and a half. Bear on the inside of Lodge. Front straight, 16 to run. Still a lot of racing in this. Heinrich goes high. Jennings does not need an invitation. You roll the shutters up. Mark Jennings is just going to walk on by and has done so. Now takes third. Heinrich now, the Australian champ, now comes back into this equation. Bear now starting to apply a little pressure to the left rear of the Lodge entry. 15 to run. Make that 14. They come up on the back of the Forest entry. McClure goes past Edwards. 13 to run. McClure comes off the infield. Bear now applying a little bit more pressure. He's got to be careful because coming on the outside is the 21 car of Jennings. O'Hearn. Bear runs into trouble. Is he going to come back out on the racetrack? Something not right with the 46. He'll retire to the infield. Jason Jewell also goes to the infield. Just as we say that, peak hour traffic. Just watching our leaders. So Lodge is still there. Jennings is now second. Morris O'Hearn back to Heinrich. Now starting to apply a little bit more pressure to the Morris O'Hearn car. Brad McClure now comes into this. Sitting position number 5. Edwards is 6th. We got one just at the top of the racetrack, which is car number 12. Bailey Heinrich back to the De Goldie entry, car number 27. Back to the 117 of Jeremy Weston. Still 8 to run. Lodge is just holding on. Out in front. Jennings is doing what he has to do. Just tail the car. Just apply that bit of pressure. So Lodge did a fantastic job to hold out Jennings. Morris O'Hearn sitting position number 3, back to Heinrich. Just as we say that, lap traffic now starting to come into the equation. Jennings went to the top and then switched it back on the inside. So Lodge puts a lap car. Make that a 2 lap cars between him and Jennings. Jennings has got to follow him through. Peak hour traffic. Come on the inside of Weston. They're all there. Jennings now to the top. Caution on the racetrack. Just looking while we go on caution. I think you find that up against the concrete is car number 12. Guy Committee on the top of the... Ready to pounce. Morris O'Hearn in the car 4 sits 3rd. Australia 1 sits 4th. McClure missed the start. Edwards trying to get back on the bus. Sits position number 6. Would love to sneak onto that 3rd step. Jennings almost gets turned around. Nothing in it. Between our top 5. McClure Almost turns himself around. 4 to run. Heinrich on the inside. Morris O'Hearn. Being the car that doesn't want to be booted off that last step of the podium. This is for third. Lodge is out in front. Jennings is giving chase. Is it too late? Morris O'Hearn sitting position number 3. That final step on the podium. Heinrich just steals it. In fact, McClure. In fact, Edwards goes past her too. Morris O'Hearn's in trouble. 2 to run. Just keep going, son. Keep going. White to come out. Lodge on the front straight. White flag. 1 to run. Jennings is going to give chase. Heinrich will definitely hang on to that third step of the podium. Checker comes out. Jennings will take second. Heinrich takes third. Back to Brad McClure. Jaden Edwards in car number 87 rounds out your 5. We got a rent-a-crowd somewhere, have we? Think you'll find that for your winner this evening. Car number 33 of John Lodge. Go on, folks, put your hands together as it rolls down the back straight.